Hello YouTube, this is Paul and I'm a Reformed Nerd. Welcome back to Railway Empire. I wasn't planning on having another episode of Railway Empire this quickly, but to be quite honest, after I played it a couple of days ago, I haven't really been able to get it out of my head. I've spent the last few days thinking about how I had set up the warehouse system and added some new trains to the lines that I had running, and I started to get quite concerned about my rail utilization rate. I saw this when I was going through the lines and those sorts of things, and I realized that my trains were starting to wait longer to get into the stations than loading and unloading their trains, and that just simply seemed inefficient. So with that being said, let's hop back into it. Okay, so this is where we left off. Like I was saying, I'm not sure what the best rate is in terms of utilization. I mean, obviously the maximum utilization rate is 100%, but at what point does it get to the point where the trains are wasting too much time to get into the station rather than actually being able to transfer their goods at the station itself? Like this, where he's getting serviced and I got a train full of mail and passengers waiting to get into the city. So he is heading back out to Toledo or Chicago from Toledo. Who else is around here waiting? Okay, he's being serviced after making that long trip, and now he's getting loaded up with corn. Yeah, he's getting loaded up with corn to take to Toledo, which is going to be one last thing that they need. Increases the reliability of a train and 20% by a train 20%, therefore reduces the likelihood of it breaking down. I mean, that's good, obviously, but I'm not sure which one would need it the most. Okay, so he's got a full load of corn coming in now. Got my passengers heading out to Chicago. And my passengers are being unloaded here, so the rest of them seem to be doing fine. I don't have anyone held up too long. Waiting for Indianapolis to Toledo. Well, I think I can get him closer. Maybe I'll just go on ahead and put up a signal here. Is that going to be enough to get him moving? Yes. So at least I can get him all the way up here so that he's just waiting to get into the city as soon as this one is out of the way. Three, what? What's he transporting? Meat. Bad condition breakdown. Who's this? Joshua Preserve to Chicago. Chicago has a maintenance.
Keep your trains in better condition.
Oh, he did it. Jerk. Well, you hit literally the worst train for you to hit, because he's just going Joshua Preserve to Chicago, and Chicago's hardly buying any corn at the moment anyway, so way to go, you wasted your dude. Headhunter, what's that? Poaches an employee from one of your competitors. You can select position and competitor and advance. But if I send him, how do I know that that competitor has a person that I want? I mean, I'm getting a decent amount of money in. It might be worth it. Is there a random? No, I literally have to tell him who I want to steal it from. Alright, well, what if I want a conductor? In case nobody is available for the position, we'll try to find a suitable candidate elsewhere. Okay. No, that's fine then. Go. Get me a conductor. And in the meantime, I'm going to go set up a small rail station up here, because I do need to get that wood coming in for my cities to start to grow, because they've been a little bit on the stagnant side, to be honest. So I'm going to have him coming in on the third rail. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Okay. Pay and build. Oh, I spent that money right now. Darn. Okay. So, what if I put in waypoints? Because I see I do have 60,000 set up for this bridge, and I would really like to avoid that bridge if I can. So, what if I have it come down this way for a slightly flatter 92? Perfect. So I've got the train set up to get the wood in. Now I just need a little bit more money so I can buy what I need. So what are you waiting on now? Waiting on Mason Films to Toledo. Okay, so now I'm stuck waiting for him to get in. But after that, can he come in? 78% utilization. So yeah, so 78% utilization seems to be a little bit high. Headhunter failed. Okay, well that was a great use of money. But yeah, I think the problem is that since the utilization rate is so high, it's just getting to the point where the trains are forced waiting. But let me just finish up getting this warehouse line so I can start getting the wood in. Add the locomotive, get the freight one, of course. And let me see. I need a supply tower, but I don't have enough money. So I just have to remember to do that as soon as I get enough money coming in. But of course, me remembering supply towers is sometimes an issue. So we'll see if I actually do remember or not. Ooh, well, that money actually came in a lot faster than I thought. So let me just go ahead and get this tower down. Right there. That way I don't have to worry about remembering it. But, yeah, I should have probably put that supply tower down a little bit closer to the warehouse. Because if I do expand this train line out to get those other materials, then they're going to miss that supply tower. But I'll figure that out later. Right now I don't need them. So I do have this train being serviced. I don't understand why yeah, I mean, there is a maintenance shed right there. So why can't the train use the maintenance shed just so that the next train can get into the main line? Oh well. I really want this corn to get in here, but he just keeps getting passed. But I guess an express train passing him isn't bad, because how much profit I make off the express train does depend on how fast it gets into the station. But I just really want to get that corn to Toledo. Alright, so now he's going to be taking off. Being loaded, alright. So now will my corn get into the city? Let's see. Now waiting for Indianapolis to Toledo. And now this express train is getting in here. Okay, so my corn is just not making it to the city. Yeah, I think it's time that I add a second track to Toledo. I think it's just getting to the point where the utilization is so high that it's really delaying my ability to get goods and mail and everything into the city. But let me see. Okay. So I'll get a stop there, because at least in the meantime, if a train is coming in from Chicago, maybe we'll stop there and allow the corn to get into the city. Alright, come on. Getting serviced. Can't use the maintenance shed for that, but I understand. It's okay. How long is that taking? Come on. Alright, there it goes. Getting loaded up with a couple of people. Alright, we've got steak now, but will... And of course the stake goes and the corn still sits there. Okay. This is starting to get a little aggravating. I want that corn in Toledo. Alright, so what's going on down here? Alright, we got another line of grain coming into the city. And of course, another train's getting serviced on the main line. Alright. Security guard prevents bandit attacks on trains, increases 5% in freight. Well, I mean, that's pretty good, but like I said the last time, I think that the only freight I have that's that's producing products or producing a profit both ways is this one here between Chicago. Random breakdown. Okay. But yeah, if I only have one freight line that's actually taking product back and forth, I think that's the only one that really needs a security guard at this point. Okay, and we got grain going to Chicago. Alright. Warehouse is keeping up okay. It could be a little bit better. I might want to see if I can get additional lines taking grain and corn to the warehouse, but I'll worry about that in a little bit. And then we got this train taking in 3 cars of beer. And another random breakdown, but that's just on the warehouse line, so it shouldn't really delay anybody else. Okay, he's off to get some more cattle, and a little bit of corn coming into Chicago. Okay. And another random breakdown over here, but at least he's still on the track. That's better. And this one's stuck on the side rail because of that train breaking down there. Okay. But as soon as he gets up and going... Oh. I do want that express train. So I might as well get the caboose just so I can get that third technology to unlock that express train.
Call that a new locomotive? Does it have cannons as well?
You said that last time, buddy. Alright, so now I actually have a fast express train here, so let me go on ahead and put these, or equip these to the trains that I currently have running. Where's the other one? Here, yeah, here it is. So... perfect. Now I got these trains able to move in a little bit faster. Express line in danger as faster locomotive is available. Express line in danger. I don't know what that means. That's the stake train. Hey, world holds breath over new records. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I equipped the train, and I guess I was the first one to unlock that train. So that's pretty great. Oh, when did he do that? I didn't notice. Is it picking up both steer and corn from one station? I didn't know. I didn't know you could do that. Is it just because it's a larger station? And where is he sending that? Okay, I don't know why he gave me this tip over my competitor's city, but what do you mean that dining car increases passenger revenue? Special rail cards can be added via the train. What does that mean? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find my passenger train. Where are my passenger trains? Oh, okay, it's getting loaded up. Or unloaded, I should say. So, manage train. So, where do I get the rail cars? I mean, I see the people. Security guards. Okay. Okay, alright, so rail cars. So, dining car adds passenger rating. Okay. There's a caboose and a refrigerated car and a mail car. Freight revenue for mail, 20%. I mean, why wouldn't you use these? Why do I have to turn them on? I think those should be like default on. I don't see any reason why not to do that. You just, your passenger train just automatically gets you 20 extra people. Alright, so, I mean, I might as well just throw these onto all of my express trains, I guess. Because once they get there, they just will automatically make more money. So that's a good thing. Alright, this train is loaded up and off it goes with its new dining car and mail car. So that's great. Alright, and my express train loading in here. So what do those cars do in terms of revenue? How much am I going to get off of this train? 24,000. That's pretty good. I think that's more than I was making before that.
What good is your new record?
Well, when you're dealing with express trains, it's very good, but I'm glad you don't seem to understand that, buddy. Alright, what's this one doing here? Waiting for Indianapolis to Toledo. All the way back here. Why are you waiting all the way back here for that train up here? Okay, now he's out of the way. Okay, wait, now he's waiting for Chicago to Toledo. All the way... Alright, I need to throw it in. There is a signal here. Why are you waiting here if there's a... Toledo turns its back. He's not having an easy time. He's at the Toledo mail decline a series of exposing safety hazards. What does... Oh... alright. I don't know what I did, but apparently I pissed Toledo off.
My reporter took a close look at your
Oh,
business.
Alright, that jerk actually did well this time. Toledo is more important to me than my Chicago corn line, so you didn't waste your guy as much that time. Congratulations. Alright, another security guard. Okay, so freight prices, again, once I get another, like, okay, the building is supplied with goods by rail. When they're over 60%, the city can grow. Okay, alright, so the population is going up now. Fulfillment of demand, 78, okay. Alright, so I'm bringing in additional items now. They're getting the grain. So, because I'm getting the grain, even though I still haven't gotten any wood, I am still meeting the 60% threshold for demand for the population to grow. Alright, that's good. So maybe Chicago will expand here before too long. Alright, what's going on? Alright. The wood's getting loaded up to be taken into the warehouse, and I do have a little bit of... Alright. So corn and grain's still slow, but my wood production is increasing. Obviously, because there's just less distance for that train to go. And how's Indianapolis doing? I would love to get Indianapolis to grow, but they just don't have anywhere to sell the beer. And I can't sell it down there because they are also a beer producer. So the only real option is to get the grain in from that farm, which would help me towards my tasks, and get the beer to Chicago, I guess? But does Chicago have enough demand to satisfy the beer from Toledo and Indianapolis? Or do I need to find a different place to sell? Yeah, so I need 7, and okay, so if I loop up that grain, that would help me, but should I just maybe get Toledo to sell its beer to London? Let me just see. How much would it cost for me to actually get the beer to London? Okay. Let's find a semi-decent path here. So yeah, 121,000 isn't so bad, really, and that would open up the Toledo for the London market to my beer and get the steak down into Toledo, which could free up the ability for Indianapolis to get its meat and export its beer to Chicago. That could be worth it. And that bridge over the channel there is only 10,000. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Alright. Let me see if I can get a station here in London. Is no one going to complain about me claiming a new city? How nice. They're usually very quick to complain about those sorts of things. Alright, so... Oh crap, I built a large station. Okay, well, that's fine. I should probably be able to find a use for both tracks eventually here. Alright, so let me get this queued up. Alright. So I like the looks of that. I think that should actually work out reasonably well. But, yeah, I'm just going to have to pull the plug. Alright, so I've expanded the rail network in Toledo, because if I'm going to be getting more trains going in now from London as well, I mean, that utilization problem's just get museum trains. Well, maybe if I didn't just spend all my money expanding to London, I'd buy that, but I'm kind of poor now. Alright, so I got these 3 lines with 2 of them heading off into the warehouse. And my express trains here. Alright. So, what tracks should I use? Maybe I'll just try to dedicate one track for express trains. So he would be coming into this one. And I'll have my Chicago express train coming off of this. There we go. Alright, where can I... This game can get really fiddly when it comes to setting up connections. Let me just delete this. And I'll just go on ahead and get that connected so that the express trains and my London trains will share that first track. And I'll just put in these little rail interchanges here. Alright, I probably won't even need that really, but I would just like to have it for an option. That way, well actually I would need it because the express train then going to Chicago would need to be able to get back onto the main line heading out in this direction. So if I want this train to use a specific track in Toledo, which track does it need to use? That's track 1? Okay, track 2. Okay, so I wanted to use track 2. And I will need to do the same thing with the Indianapolis train. Well, no, I don't want a waypoint. I just want to switch to this train. There we go. And Indianapolis and Toledo. Track 2. Perfect. Okay, so what do I need to do now to get this singled America Central News Station? 9 stations currently connected. Hey, I guess that's good. What was I doing? Okay, so stopping. Okay, he's just getting supplied. Alright, so yeah, I need to get my London train set up here. And how much would it cost? Oh, what's that? Yes, I know you're going to need to get connected if I want to get the stakes to Toledo. But, alright, well, let me get that train set up here first. Add a locomotive. Go with the fast one. Being loaded with beer. No, already? That was too quick. I didn't even have a chance to set up the line. Alright, so I want to set this up as an express train. Does that train even have enough to manage an entire load of beer? I don't know. I mean, I imagine it's going to be a little bit slower, but that's fine. But yeah, no leather, no meat. It's just an express line. Alright, I'm going to get him on his way. Yeah, that does seem to be a little bit on the slower side, doesn't it? But hey, he's doing good enough job. As long as it makes it there, I'm happy. Right, and then I got 2 tracks here. And the 2 tracks down here. Alright, that's not incredibly expensive if I do a double line all the way up here, because if I build that larger station, I might as well use it eventually. So I'll put a pin on that, depending on how long it's going to take me to get that money rolling in. Analyst, that's a stock market guy, isn't it? Yeah, alright, he's stock market. How's my research doing? Okay. Got 100 points. That's good enough for pressure brakes. 10%. Okay. And I do need more research points to get this faster express train. Alright, I'll hold off on that for now, but I'll have to take a look at that. Alright, so I got beer. Okay, another headhunter. So, oh, okay, okay. I was wondering why he wasn't stopping, but he's on my warehouse line. He wasn't supposed to stop. Alright, so I got more wheat, or grains, I should say, heading into the warehouse. That's great. Alright, so I'll get this signaled up so that my London trains don't cause any problems for the... Okay, Chicago and Toledo's coming in. Beer. And the breakdown. Alright. And another break... good. Great. Another freaking rain. And he's blocking 2 trains. Alright. And that's one way, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. So the train is now stuck. Why isn't the other one way? I probably should have a... I mean, the line's signaled, but, I mean, is there any reason why I don't have that as one way in the opposite direction? I thought it was one way at some point of time or another, but... Alright, is there anyone needing that line to get to Toledo? Not really. Okay. Alright, well that train got fixed. It's getting off of the line now, so good on him for that. And he's using the middle line. So yeah, I might as well go ahead and just mark this as one way. I mean, I don't see any reason not to. And to prevent a train, for some reason or another, choosing to use that middle line to get to Toledo, which would be a big problem in regards to everything else I got going on those lines. I'm using this one basically just to get back and forth to the warehouse. Oh, but wait.
Fancy a little game?
Wait. So if I've got this set up as one way now, then there's no way for this train to get on to... Yeah, okay, that's where I think the problem came from. So I need to get... Oh, I have existing planning. Come on. Well, I can afford it now. Yeah, okay. I'll pay for that. So can I get it from here to here? I don't think I can. But if I delete that, how far back did that go? Wait, how far back did that go? That went back way too far. Okay, so if I rebuild this... Why did that happen? What existing planning now? What? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. You're very helpful, game. Okay, so if I got that to here, that means I need to connect this to here so that my express trains can get onto the right track. So now I need to get back into signal mode and get this all lined up because it's getting confusing as heck. I don't know who is going where anymore. Okay. Wait, what's this connection bonus? Connection bonus? What's a connection bonus? Oh. So they'll give me 100,000 to set that up. 40,000. Well, frankly, it could be worth it. Because that is more wood, and I am having a hard time getting to Chicago wood. Does Chicago have any wood? Okay, so yeah, it's got a little bit of wood coming in now. But that's just when the grain and corn aren't available for here. Alright, so let me figure out the signals first. So I do have one way this way. So I got one way that way now. And this one I want to remain going both ways. Because this is my London route. And I do have a stop on this one, don't I? I thought I did. Alright, now I do. So if it's coming from this direction, it'll stop before it gets onto this line, before it gets into the city. And I probably should have the same thing on this one as well. And they both have stops on their lines. We've got this track heading out, and this track heading in. So what problems am I not seeing? 'Cause I'm really nervous about all of this line skipping I got going on here. Because if it's coming in here, and then he moves on over here, I think it should be okay. What's going on here? Okay, they're waiting for Chicago, Toledo. Waiting for Indianapolis, Toledo. Waiting for Chicago, Toledo. Chicago, Toledo. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's really nothing in between here and there. So I guess I might as well go on ahead and add a stop here just to keep it moving. Okay. So he's heading out, waiting for Indianapolis, Toledo. Waiting for Indianapolis, Toledo. Waiting for Mason Farms to Toledo. So he's getting out. So I had to wait for him to get out of the way so my express train can get on its way. And then the new express train, London-Toledo, is coming in. Perfect, okay, that's making sense. And this is waiting for London-Toledo. Okay, so he's waiting because there's no way... Wait, maybe I should just get him on the one-way line. So, but no, because if he's here, he has to double cross. You'd have to cross the one-way line to get onto the one-way line. Yeah, that doesn't work. But what I can do is put a stop there, so at least he can get a little bit closer, but not go too far to get in line the way of the London lines. So he's unloading from London, he's getting service. Do I have a supply tower? I don't have a supply tower, do I? Yeah, that would be important. I'm going to put a supply tower down here. And frankly, I'd rather him get maintenance in London if I have the option. So I'm going to go ahead and get a London tower here. Okay. So... manage lines. So in London, I want you to be on track 2. And for my other London train, where's my other? Oh, I haven't set up the other London train yet, have I? Okay, so new train. I want to go Toledo to London. And I want you to be exclusively freight. So, beer and meat only. And I only want you to use track 1 in London. And track 2 exclusively in Toledo. So he's off to get to London. He should be loading up on beer. And you should be taking the outside track. Yes. And then I got the corn coming into Toledo. What track are you using? Oh, so he doesn't even have a choice. He has to use this one. Wait. Do any of them have a choice? Wait. Where am I signaling? How did he do that? Because... yeah, I mean, it should be coming in... okay, maybe I just did that after he had already made it past the point of no return or something. So he's dropping off the steak. Being serviced. Alright, so now I got steak and things heading up to London. So the main thing I want to do now is connect Indianapolis and Chicago. And then I can cut down on this one, because if the steak is coming in here and the beer is coming in here, I don't need any freight being shipped in between these two locations. Okay, so... was he frozen, or was he just waiting for something? Oh, so many people. Okay. Stoker. Reliability of a train pilot reduces the likelihood of breaking down. Okay. Profit from transportation of mail, 10%. Oh, that's a conductor, though. Do I have conductors? Control of steam supply. The maximum speed of a locomotive is complete. Okay, so an engineer and a conductor for my express lines. Chief engineer carries out weekly research and therefore increases the weekly growth of innovation by 10%. Well, that would be helpful. Mediator identifies and defects in objects being auctioned and subsequently. Okay. Identify defects. Okay. Stock market guy. Perfect. Okay. So my express trains, I can... so I have an engineer. He increases the speed by 5%. Okay, and conductor. Freight, 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 freight. Passengers. This is Toledo, London. So which one's unassigned? No task. What does she do? I forget what she does. What does she do? 10% on mail. So yeah, I might as well get her assigned, because then mail going between Toledo and London gets a little bit of a bonus. Nothing wrong with that. Waiting for Indianapolis to Toledo. That's the one that's just leaving. So then she can pump on in and get over to the Bright train for the express. Making quick unloading there. Being serviced. And a full load going back. Way to go. Alright. And then being on the one-way system, you're just going to go straight ahead, right? No. Oh, wait, because that one's the double way. Okay, yeah, so that's right, that's right. Okay, headhunters. I can probably go without that for now. Okay. And there is enough supplies coming in over here. What's random breakdown? Okay, that's fine. What about that connection bonus? Expires October 23rd. So I don't have a lot of time. I mean, how's Chicago doing with wood? It's not getting a lot of wood, but it's getting some wood. I mean, it's still growing at least. Okay, so I got 264 points. Reduces maintenance requirements. Okay, sure, I picked that up. Tyson 10-wheeler. Okay, I don't even know what that is. What's this one here? Profits from transported mail. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. What's this here? Reduces maintenance requirements again. Okay. Got some mixed purpose trains coming up, but fair enough. I think that's good enough for now. And yeah, these guys are still bringing in wheat and corn. Imported meat has been reduced. Yeah, well, that makes sense because I got two different... Alright, yeah, it's time that I go on ahead and get this expanded and get Chicago here. So, expand. Well, you know what? Indianapolis is the most underserved location, so I'm gonna go and wait. I'm gonna expand this station. So it's 60,000. And for that, I'm gonna have this train pretty much dedicated service to Indianapolis. Why won't it let me build that? Oh, okay. Alright, so I want you off of this rail system as early as you can get there. $192. It looks like right here it works. Alright. So the beer train, the beer and steak train, I should say. Where's my beer and steak train? Where's my beer and steak train? Beer and steak train, where are you? Oh, is it? Yeah, it's this one. Alright, so I'm going to change your line. I want you to go to Chicago to Indianapolis and back. And I want you to be freight only. Yeah, so I'm going to have you be freight only. Oh, there's another connection bonus? Ooh, 109,000 for that one. I actually want that one. Okay, yeah, I'll get that one connected to ASAP then. What's going on here? So he's heading out. Does that mean that this one can do? Toledo, London, which is already leaving. Perfect. Who's this one? Chicago to Indianapolis. Why didn't you... Was he just on the wrong line? Yeah, I should have done that, actually. So... Yes. Alright, well, to be honest, my mind's been rushing around here for a little while now, and I'm not entirely sure what to do next beyond getting that darn connection bonus for the steer to get into London so that they can continue to produce their meat. But this definitely went a lot better than my first experiment. I made it much longer into the game without actually derailing any trains, except for that one random breakdown. That was funny. But it's been a blast. I definitely will be playing this one again. It's going to be on top of my list because I would really like to see how far I can take this. But yeah, just like there's so many intricate ways to do things. And I'm really curious to see how this Hopover is going to work between Indianapolis and Chicago, and Toledo becoming the dominant training partner for London now. But yeah, there's just so many more things I can do. I think it's pretty fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and get this saved up. Stay tuned, because this will definitely be coming back. If you want to try it out, I recommend it. It's a good time. But thank you all, and have a good rest of your day.